I'm going to challenge me. It's a little game. I came up with the title, but the idea of it has been done before. The idea is, I saw Nikkietutorials doing this, where she picked her favorite makeup and her least favorite makeup. And she had her subscribers write her questions. And if she answered the questions, she got to pick her favorite makeup. And if she wouldn't answer the question, she had to pick her least favorite. Well, goodness knows I'm not going to get questions from subscribers in blah. So I had to think of a different way to do that. And I wanted to tie it into Halloween. So I decided to do something called trick or treat. So on these little pink cards right here, I have trick and I have treat and I have trick and I have treat. And I'm just gonna kind of mix these cards up on the back. They're all pink, so it's not like, you know, I know which one's which. And I'm gonna go product by product, and if I get treat, I get to pick the product I want, and if I get trick, I have to use the product I do not care to use as much. So since I've already moisturized and primed my face, I don't have any moisturizer or primer that I don't like. If I don't like a primer, I generally toss it out or give it to somebody else if it's a squeeze tube and it's not all wool. So, because some things I don't want to mess with. Moisturizing my face, I don't want to mess with. Priming my face, I don't want to mess with. You know, an eyebrow, I can deal with it one day if I have to use it, if I can combine it with something else. That's kind of what I do with a lot of products. I combine it, or it just sort of sits on my shelf. Some of these things just sit on my shelf for games like this. So, we're going to start with eye primer, because I always start with my eyes first. I always prime my eyes with Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in C1. I do not like this on my eyes, or under my eyes. I don't think it does very well for me for concealing. Everybody was like, this is the new Shape Tape, it's just cheaper. I don't think it's the new Shape Tape. I think it didn't work for me, but I didn't want to waste it. So I decided to use it one time for priming my eyes, and it worked magically, and I love it. There. Then I got this Kat Von D Color Correcting Eyeshadow Primer. I thought, ooh, you know, Kat Von D eyeshadow primer. Ooh, I want to try this. I don't like it. Some people would like this. Some people like the sticky formula. For me, personally, for these kind of sticky formulas, it dries out my eyes, and you can actually see the texture of dried out eyes. It doesn't matter if because I moisturize my eyes too. I use an eye cream before I do my videos or before I put my makeup on. And it's still just, it's dry, and I don't care for it, because it seems to me, if you put a bad base on, everything else following that is not going to work as well. I think I heard that from Jaclyn Hill one time. So, okay, all that to tell you, this is the trick, this is the treat. So these are the two that are up against each other. So we get how the game's gonna go? All right. I wish I had somebody here who could do like magical chairs. Like, I'm gonna keep going with these cards, and then when the song ends, you have to do the one on top, you know, like you do. And then you gotta find your little seat. But I didn't want to do something quite that elaborate where I had music playing and stuff. So, but if you watch this and you want to do something like that, if you like this idea, go for it. You have my permission to use my idea. Just say that I did it, so maybe I get more subscribers. There you go. Okay, so one, two, three. We'll go on the fourth one. 4. Yes, treat. I get to use my Makeup Revolution. Thank goodness. So is my trick. This is my CoverGirl Sunset Palette. I don't remember which. I think it was Amy Noel. She loved this. She made it work really well. I've tried it. It's really powdery. I don't care for this product. I've tried it several times. I just can't make it work well for me. So that is my trick. So my treat is, I brought out, because I actually wanted to play with this some more, is my Zodiac palette from BH Cosmetics. These are extremely comparable in price. This probably was even cheaper. Who knows? So these are the two that I'm going to use. All right, got the cards. I'm gonna count to 16. So, and I'm gonna fling these around a little bit so I don't know what order they are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't want people to think I'm cheating. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Treat. I swear I'm not cheating. I promise you. I don't want to cheat. It's no fun to cheat, you know. So far I'm just getting lucky, but I'm sure that'll change when I get to my foundation. Because if you see the foundation, you'll know why. All right. This is the color range I am going with here. So I'm going to try to make this more of a simple look today. I'm not trying to be all crazy with my look. I just kind of want to have something nice. So I think I'm going to go in with Sagittarius right here. And use this. That's a little dusty too, actually. So I'm using my Morphe 505 brush, if anybody is interested. And this is quite pigmented, so be very careful when you get this on your brush here. Just making sure I'm recording and that I'm in frame. If you're a YouTuber and you've ever recorded and you haven't been in frame, I did a whole video where this is all you saw of my face. Yeah, I never could post that one. I think it was an elaborate video too. I was so aggravated when I looked at it later. I'm like, are you kidding me? I was wondering, does anybody else have the Zodiac palette? I got mine from Kohl's. I've been wanting it. And I know a lot of people order things online, but that just, one swipe just took care of my whole eye. I just think that's so cool. Just gonna clean some of it off because I'm gonna blend this. Sometimes I just don't like to order things online, sometimes as much. I've done that for my Juvia's Place and a few of my other products that aren't as accessible to me in my little small town I live in. I don't have like a big Morphe store to go to anywhere near me. All right, I'm gonna actually go in with Scorpio right next to it and kind of deepen it up a little bit. But Kohl's is, sorry, there was a hair. Starting to get a lot more BH cosmetics there. So when I saw this sitting here, I was very, 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 very happy. I'm always late to the party though, you know. By the time I got this product, it had already been talked about and used, and everybody had gone on with something else, you know. And that's kind of another reason why I wanted to start a channel, is because, you know, there's so many products out there, and a lot of the big beauty influencers that I watch, they'll get a product, you know, and they'll review it once, and then they'll move on to the next, which they have to do because they're getting so much. But as a consumer, you know, and as a person who loves tutorials on how to do looks, it's disheartening because, you know, they've already moved on to something else and you want about 5 more looks from that one because you want to know more. I'm just deepening it up. I'm just blending it in. And don't worry, I'm going to take a little wipey and take care of some of the spots that are ucky. You know, you want some more looks from it. This is going to be a very basic look today, but I got some running around to do, so I don't want to do too crazy. Let's see. I think I'm going to go into Aquarius. I'm going to add a little gold to my eye there. I put some of those press-on nails on Usually if I do it, I usually get the small ones, but I couldn't find those, and these ones were on sale. So. That's very gold. Hold on a second. Let me get, here is my BH 132? 142. Let's get that in here. Because I've got gold all over my face now. Okay. Alright, just a brief shimmering of gold all over. Like so. And I'm going to take back my Morphe 505 brush. I'm going to go into with a dark one. Actually, I'm going to go in with Pisces here. And I'm going to deep it up this outer corner just a tad. I can't believe how much brown I'm using today. Usually I'm not a brown kind of gal. But for some reason, I'm feeling it. Okay, so we're going to do foundation. So, here's our two choices. The treat is the Lancome Tint Ado Ultra Wear. I never could say that right. And I think I'm in 210 Buff Nude. Guys and gals, this is probably one of the best foundations I have ever come across. It's a bit expensive, in the high 40s, but I will be repurchasing this because it is that good and I enjoy it. And now for the trick. This is Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation in Light. This is, it's in a weird dropper and it is orange and it is horrid, but they're somewhat of an equal price. And if I get this one, you do have to shake it really, really well. This one you need to shake also, but not like your life depends on it like this one. So let's finger crossed that we do not get the Becca, because that one actually does not do well. I usually mix that with some other ones because it is a, you know, it's not a cheap foundation. So I usually do that with my Maybelline Fit. That's a little more pinker and try to come across that isn't so horrid. So, all right, I've been just mixing the cards up. So let's count to 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, I got my first trick. Blah, blah, blah. Of course I did. My luck could not keep running there. All right. I'm going to use my handy dandy BH 137 foundation brush. I like to go in with this first and then follow up with my makeup sponge afterwards. So, all right. So you guys get to see this. I'm going to start putting this on and then I'm going to go off camera and finish it because if not, it'll take forever. Okay. So I think I shook it well enough. All right, and then you open it up in the little dropper, so you have to kind of push that down a couple times, and then there you go. And normally you could put it on somewhere where you could mix it and all that good stuff, but I'm not bright enough to have done that, so now I have to do it in this way. So put that down. Get the hair more out of the way. I thought I did, but obviously no. And we'll do that. Make sure we have enough. So I am quite orange on camera. Just do that half of my face right at the moment. It doesn't dry really quick, so you can take your time blending it in, but it's just, I cleaned my brush too. I cleaned several of my brushes last night. And I don't know if you're getting the orange tint on camera, but that's what it gives me. The foundation itself isn't horrible. It's just the color is not the best. And I don't know which direction else to go to because I went light. I'm light. So I figured that was a good choice. And then of course, I never took it back because why do that? That's just silly. Just complain about it. I hate taking stuff back, like makeup. I really do. I've only done that like once or twice. I need to get better at it. All right, I'm gonna go finish this up off camera. Back. I swear my eyes look crazy today. I think, thank goodness, when you finally put foundation on, it'll start to get a little better there. Okay, I'm gonna put this over here for the moment because I'm gonna need that when I do underneath my eyes. So what should we do next? I half want to do my eyebrows because they're looking like a hot mess. But I think I should probably do my foundation. Okay, so we're gonna do foundation. So here's our two choices. The treat is the Lancome Tint Ado Ultra Wear. I never could say that right. And I think I'm in 210 Buff Nude. Guys and gals, this is probably one of the best foundations I have ever come across. It's a bit expensive, in the high 40s, but I will be repurchasing this because it is that good and I enjoy it. And now for the trick. This is Becca Aqua Luminous Perfecting Foundation in Light. This is, it's in a weird dropper and it is orange and it is horrid, but they're somewhat of an equal price. And if I get this one, you do have to shake it really, really well. This one you need to shake also, but not like your life depends on it like this one. So let's finger crossed that we do not get the Becca, because that one actually does not do well. I usually mix that with some other ones because it is a, you know, it's not a cheap foundation. So I usually do that with my Maybelline Fit that's a little more pinker and try to come across that isn't so horrid. So, all right, I've been just mixing the cards up. So let's count to 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, I got my first trick. Blah, blah, blah. Of course I did. My luck could not keep running there. All right. I'm going to use my handy dandy BH137 foundation brush. I like to go in with this first and then follow up with my makeup sponge afterwards. So, all right. So you guys get to see this. I'm going to start putting this on and then I'm going to go off camera and finish it because if not, it'll take forever. Okay. So I think I shook it well enough. All right, and then you open it up in the little dropper, so you have to kind of push that down a couple times, and then there you go. And normally you could put it on somewhere where you could mix it and all that good stuff, but I'm not bright enough to have done that, so now I have to do it in this way. So put that down. Get the hair more out of the way. I thought I did, but obviously no. And we'll do that. Make sure we have enough. So I am quite orange on camera. Just do that half of my face right at the moment. It doesn't dry really quick, so you can take your time blending it in, but it's just, I cleaned my brush too. I cleaned several of my brushes last night. And I don't know if you're getting the orange tint on camera, but that's what it gives me. The foundation itself isn't horrible. It's just the color is not the best. And I don't know which direction else to go to because I went light. I'm light. So I figured that was a good choice. And then of course, I never took it back because why do that? That's just silly. Just complain about it. I hate taking stuff back, like makeup. I really do. I've only done that like once or twice. I need to get better at it. All right, I'm gonna go finish this up off camera. Here, I'll show you that I'm putting it on my other side of my face so you don't think I'm tricking you guys. So here's me oranging up the other side of my face for you guys. And there. Ugh. And I'll be back in just a second. Now, concealer. So I have my favorite concealers, which is my NARS Radiant Cream. Very good. And I have this in light creme brulee. And then this is the YouTube Made Me Buy It foundation or concealer in Swan. This is the Too Faced Born This Way. Maybe I just got this in the wrong color, but I don't think so. I find this very drying, and 100%, very little goes a long way. So this is my trick. This is my treat. So let's see if I turn into an orange ghost or a normal looking ghost orange color. I don't know. Just kind of mixing this up before I start doing my counting here because I don't know what's what. All right, so let's do this again. We'll count to 9. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Treat. All right, we got the NAS. Yay, the NAS. This one, the Too Faced one, I think it works for other people. It just does not work for me. It's a personal preference, just like everything that I'm doing today. It's all personal preference. None of this is meant to diss anybody else's favorite concealer or anything else, because what I'm using you might not like. You might not like the Radiant from NARS. It might not work for you, you know. So again, this is, again, by no means am I trying to make fun of anybody else's products that they love. I'm just playing a fun little game for myself. So if you love it, I'm happy for you. I'm glad you've made something work that I can't. I just don't like some of these products. So the true test for me is, would I buy it again? And I will definitely buy this concealer again. But yeah, that Too Faced I'm gonna use because it cost me money, and I again didn't take it back when I should have. But consumers be warned. All right, I'm gonna just bounce this all over my face. I'll be right back. Guys and gals, now we need to powder our eyes. My trick is this e.l.f. powder. Now, it's not horrible, but I don't see much difference when I use it. It doesn't seem to hold the lines out of from underneath my eyes. They seem to show up just as fast, whether I use this or not, on my forehead, anything. My favorite powder, I'm just gonna use this as a side note, is my Hourglass, but that in no means is close to the price of what this was, so that didn't seem fair to me to use. My next favorite would be to use the Maybelline Fit Me. Now, for some silly reason, I got it like this instead of getting like the loose powder, which I prefer. I don't know why I did that, but again, this is the treat and this is the trick. So let us count to, I'm trying to use odd numbers. Even. All right, let's do an even number this time. So let's go to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, treat. Sorry, I'm getting so many treats. I swear I'm not cheating. Again, that's not the goal of this game, to cheat, but I'm trying to, you know, do this as fair as I can. So I'm gonna get some of this on my little BH, which one is this? 138. I like this to tap off some of this extra. This is good for getting up right underneath the eye. Again, I like this. I like the Maybelline Fit Me. Now, if I'm gonna choose, I'm gonna always choose my Hourglass. Always. Always. But again, that's really not fair to compare it against like a $3 one to a almost $60 one. I'm just powdering, kind of tapping over my whole face. I know they say as you get older you're not supposed to powder and blah 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 blah. It's makeup. I do what I want. I think every person should do what they want for their face, what they think works the best for them. I'm back. So now we're going to do brows. Ugh, now this is going to be dangerous. This is the only one of the ones that I do not like. Just like the Becca one, this is the one I'm most fearful for. Some of the other ones I can deal with, but these, So my great combination that I like to use is my Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown, and then I like to use the Gimme Brow Benefit Fiber Gel in number 3. This is a good combo for me. My least favorite is when I did that Marshall haul, or when I went to go pick out makeup to use that day, I got this Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer in medium brown. This is yucky. It's, I don't know if you can even like, there's like, ugh. I don't understand how you gotta do it. Ugh. Blech. And then I got this Bare Minerals Frame and Define Brow Styler. And it's just, it's in Universal Light, which I looked at it and I was like, oh, that looks like a good color, but it's really very, but there's a little spoolie at the end. It's very brown. Like, I don't know. Not a good combo, but it's kind of basically the same price, so I liked that. So, let's see. Let's mix this up. I wish you guys could say, I want you to count 7 times, or I want you to count 13 times, or 8 times. How about we go with 7 times? All right, so we're not counting all day. So, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I swear there are other ones on here. I swear. See? Trick, trick, treat. All right. Let me go do my eyebrows off camera, and I will be right back. And now we're going to move on to bronzer, blush, highlight, mascara, lipstick, and setting spray. I guess we have a lot of things left to still do, so let's move this along. So we are going to go in with my bronzer first. So again, try to remember, I'm trying to keep this comparable. So there might be some bronzers and blush I do like maybe a little bit more, but I want it to be about the same price. So my trick is the Vivid Bake Bronzer from Make a Revolution in Golden Days. I don't hate this one. It's just, generally it takes a lot to bronze it up. I don't mind the shimmer. I knew it shimmered. I knew about the baked. It takes a lot of buildup to get a look that I want from here. So that's why this one's on the chopping block. And then I went in and I looked around for something comparable, and I got my Wet n Wild from the Dragon Collection Bronze Dynasty. So this is what that one kind of looks like. You see a little dragon in there. I'm starting to make a little bit of indentation on him. So those are the 2. So let us count to, what do you want to count to now? I hear somebody said 11. Okay, we'll go to 11. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it is a trick, finally. Now you guys know I'm not cheating. All right, so Makeup Revolution it is. So let me close that one and set that to the side. And let me get out my favorite bronzing brush, which is from the Dynasty one from Wet n Wild. This is the P53. You can still find these once in a while at like Walgreens or CVS or Rite Aid or something like that. So let's get to bronzing and contouring here. And see, I put a lot of product on my brush, and you can see that not a lot is coming off here. So let's build this little guy up, and you can still see not a lot's coming off on my face. That's why this one is hitting the chopping block. Finally, we're getting some bronzing. All right, let me bronze up my face and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. I did my brows, and I actually did under my eyes too, because there's no eyeliner that I don't like. I like all my black eyeliners, I like all my brown eyeliners, I like all my purple eyeliner, I like all of it. So, and then I just put a little bit of the purple Zodiac palette underneath my eyes because I wanted to add a little bit of color to this brown look. And now we're going to move on to bronzer, blush, highlight, mascara, lipstick, and setting spray. I guess we have a lot of things left to still do, so let's move this along. So we are going to go in with my bronzer first. So again, try to remember, I'm trying to keep this comparable. So there might be some bronzers or blush I do like maybe a little bit more, but I want it to be about the same price. So my trick is the Vivid Bake Bronzer from Makeup Revolution in Golden Days. I don't hate this one. It's just, generally it takes a lot to bronze it up. I don't mind the shimmer. I knew it shimmered. I knew about the baked. It takes a lot of buildup to get a look that I want from here. So that's why this one's on the chopping block. And then I went in and I looked around for something comparable, and I got my Wet n Wild from the Dragon Collection Bronze Dynasty. So this is what that one kind of looks like. You see a little dragon in there. I'm starting to make a little bit of indentation on him. So those are the two. So let us count to, what do you want to count to now? I hear somebody said 11. Okay, we'll go to 11. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it is a trick, finally. Now you guys know I'm not cheating. All right, so Makeup Revolution it is. So let me close that one and set that to the side. And let me get out my favorite bronzing brush, which is from the Dynasty one from Wet n Wild. This is the P53. You can still find these once in a while at like Walgreens or CVS or Rite Aid or something like that. So let's get to bronzing and contouring here. And see, I put a lot of product on my brush, and you can see that not a lot is coming off here. So let's build this little guy up, and you can still see not a lot's coming off on my face. That's why this one is hitting the chopping block. Finally, we're getting some bronzing. All right, let me bronze up my face and I'll be right back. But I really do like this. This is from Essence, and this is All You Need Is Pink Mosaic Blush. And it looks like that, and I'll tell, but it's got little sparkles in it. So again, if you don't like glitter, you will not like this blush, but I like it quite a bit. I'm starting to make a little dent in there. I like it. And then this is my Wet n Wild in Purple Haze Ombre Blush. And this is what this looks like. See it very well. Try to get it a little. And it's darker, and it's like a dark purple into a light pink. And I thought, oh, that's really pretty different color. doesn't show up very well on my skin. So the Mosaic is my treat and the Wet n Wild is my trick. So let's mix these cards up a little bit. And I hear you screaming out 12 this time. All right, 12 it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woohoo! Get to use the good blush. Nothing like not getting to use a good blush, I tell you what. So maybe this will make up for the fact that I had to use that. Oh, this is my other Wet n Wild brush. This is my P72 that just got washed last night, and now it's gonna get stuff all over it. There's nothing more satisfying than a clean brush, but then you put stuff over the top of it and it's not clean anymore. So try to go up a little higher now. As I'm getting older, I want to pull the makeup up my face and not make it look like I got a droopy face. When you're younger, you can do whatever the heck you want. Actually, as you get older, you can do whatever the heck you want to, but that's just what I try to do. Until someday I can afford a facelift, this is what I do. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little bit of a shimmer to this. So again, if you're worried about texture in your skin and you don't like glitter blush, then you might want to pass on this one. But I like it. And it's not very expensive. Essence has some really good products, and they're not overly expensive, and I appreciate that, because there's enough name brand products out there that are so expensive. Okay, there is that. We're getting down to the nitty gritty, guys and gals. All right, we're gonna do our mascara first. So I threw in my Luminous volumizing, and this is in burgundy mascara as my treat. And this is my Mega Volume Mascara from Wet n Wild. And I have several Wet n Wilds and I like them, but for this one, I don't know if I just got a dud, but this one wasn't very, it was very drying. I didn't care for that. So those are my two products to pick from. Mix this up so the one that was on top wasn't on top and whatnot. So let's go to, say, 5 this time. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trick. Dun, 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 dun. Wet n Wild it is, I guess. Wet n Wild it is. So let's put some mascara on. Actually, let me crimp my eyelashes real quick here. Sorry, I have to see though. See? I need to be able to see so I don't pinch my eyelashes right off. I remember being a little kid and watching my mom do this. It looked horrifying. And I still was, I think I've been scared of that ever since. I mean, like, how did you not pinch your whole eyelid off? But I'm telling you, some of this stuff takes some talent. Or just practice. Putting makeup on is not for the faint of heart some days. The things that we do to put makeup on tests our knowledge and it tests our capabilities sometimes. I'm trying to get to the little root of the lash so I can get as much extension as I can. and get all my lashes. I might put some falsies later on today. Walgreens, actually, I wanted to say, I don't know, I think I'm gonna get this out tonight or tomorrow, but Walgreens, at least in the Michigan area that I am at, was having some sales, and the eyelashes that are usually like $9-10 were on, some of them were on sale for $4.50, and some of these nails that are usually like $8-9 were on sale for like half off. So if you are by a Walgreens, go check out. You might find some really good sales right now. Just thought I'd throw that in. I don't know. I think I know who most of my viewers are, but I don't know who might all of you be. And I don't know the areas that you live in. All right. I'm going to give that a chance to dry before we go into setting sprays next. So let's go in with highlighter. Let's go in with some highlighting. All right, let me give you my two favorite highlighters, and they're both from e.l.f., surprisingly enough. So I got this little face palette, total face palette. It has two blushes. Yeah, I put these nails on, now I can't open anything. It has two blushes, a bronzer, and a highlighter here. And this highlighter is not a highlighter. I don't know what the heck they were thinking, but there's like nothing there, which is so unlike e.l.f., because here is a favorite one, and it is simply gorgeous. This one is in Blush Gems. Oh my goodness. Nails are great, but then trying to open stuff, oy. And I just scraped off, because a lot of the e.l.f. ones, you need to scrape off the upper coating to get to the good stuff. But this is just gorgeous, you know. You put a little on and you got some stuff going there. So I don't know what happened with this formula. So let's mix this up, because I'm sure I'm running hugely behind. Now it's going to be another 30-minute dissertation of mine. All right, let's go to 5 here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And another trick. So put away my beautiful highlighter. Ugh. And let's use this highlighting. All right, I'm gonna use my little BH. This is my 139 brush. I don't know if it's specifically supposed to be for highlighter, but I use it for what I want. Again, all brushes are very versatile. I'm just trying to get some highlight on my brush here. So I'm just really disappointed in this, because normally I'm packing it on. I'm starting to get some. Maybe if I pack it on with this huge dense brush, I can get a little something. Because actually, I might have to change my mind about this one. Maybe if I use this brush more often, I might get a little bit of something on my face. Huh. I also am basically using half the product to try to get it there. But you have to also remember, I used an illuminating baked bronzer, and I also used a blush that had illumination in it, so it definitely is helping my case. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna reach for this every day, but maybe it's not as bad as I thought, as long as I use maybe this brush. What do you think? I don't know. I don't know. Doing nothing on the Cupid bow though. There we go. I get a little something as I see a dust cloud go up. Well, I'm not in love with it, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so next, let's do lipstick and then setting spray. So the two lipsticks that I have, we only have two more things. Thanks for sticking with me. I have my Anastasia in Kristen, my lip gloss. I really like this because it's a nice nude, goes with everything. And then I have the Melted Latex by Too Faced in Strange Love. It just has such a sticky formula. That's what I hate about that one. I don't, sorry, dropped my lip pencil. I'm gonna put this on while I'm talking to you. I don't know. I'm gonna make this lip pencil work for both of them, no matter who gets chosen. I like lip pencils. It helps keep things kind of in place. All right. And this is by Jordana. This is a thing from Walmart. Check them out. They have really good eyeliners too, and they're fairly cheap. So if you've never heard of Jordana and you go in there and you see it, check some of their products out. Their eyeliners and their lip pencils usually work pretty good. So, all right, let's mix this up and let's go to 6. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And another trick. I can see how this is ending, huh? Goodbye, Anastasia. It was good to know ya. Hello, formula. Ugh. This is what it looks like. Doe foot. Blech. It's just very sticky. It's not the color I dislike. It's just the formula of this. I don't know. It's just so sticky and so, I don't know. And the unfortunate thing is I found these at either at TJ Maxx or Marshall's, and I was like, ooh, this is siding Too Faced. It's cheaper, blah, blah, blah. Never thinking, why are there so many of these? Thank you. Doing my mom. Ugh. Ugh. All right, that's the name of the game. All right, one last product. Thank you for sticking with me for so long. You guys are so awesome. All right, my favorite one to use at the moment, I haven't really used my Morphe one that I got in my Marshall haul, so I can't put that in with my favorites yet because I haven't used it enough. Actually, I haven't used it yet at all. So, but this is Pixie Makeup Fixing Mist, and you put this on before to, you know, extend your makeup wear, and you put it on after it sets your makeup and adds a soft focus finish, kind of blurs and all that stuff, and then you can spray it on to refresh your makeup anytime. I like that. Now, this hard candy I got last year, which I probably should be getting rid of soon, I think last December when I was up north, and it just little sparkly droplets all over your face. You really need to shake this up, and even when you shake it up, you still can get that little, I don't think it illuminates more than it puts like glitter on your face. Yeah. Hard candy is very hit and miss for me. Sometimes they do really well with a product, and a lot of times for me, not so much. But all right, this is the last one. Hang in there, guys. I hear we're going to do 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, we ended on a good note. Treat me with my pixie. Spray that. Whew. Don't open your eyes too soon. So, all right, guys, so this is the look that I ended up with wet hair because I sprayed that pixie all over. But this is the look I ended up with by playing Trick or Treat. And it's not half bad. I still am not in love with the bronzer, and I'm still not in love with that foundation unless I mix it with something else. I don't think with this you're actually seeing the truth. If I turn that light off though, then you won't see me at all. So, but I still think this is good enough to go about town in. I'm not humiliated in anything. So, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy it and you want to use, if you have a channel of your own, if you want to use it, you have my permission. If you want to give me a shout out, that'd be even better. If this is your first time here, sorry so long. I'm a talker. But please subscribe, like my channel, comment if you liked what you saw, and we'll have some more up later this week. Have a good week. Have a good weekend wherever you're at. Have a good night, and I will talk to you soon.